Hi there, I'm Evelyn Jerome Alexander, and I'm the lead counselor with Magellan College Counseling. We have a team of independent college counselors based, most of us in California, but we've got a couple others all around the country in Austin, Chicago, Fort Collins, and up and down the coast of California, helping high school seniors and their families with their college search and application experience. I want to talk to you briefly today about stress in the college admission process, but it's not the stress that you might think. Most of the time, when we talk about stress in college admissions, we're talking about the students. They're really stressed out. They're stressed out about their future, about what they want to do, about where they're going to get in. And obviously, what we do is sort of help them manage that process. But at the same time, there's a lot of stress for you as a parent on the financial side, and that's what I want to talk about today. And that's actually what this blog post is all about. So, one of the really biggest problems with this process is that the cost of college has really skyrocketed since people our age, people parents' age, went to college. The amount that my parents paid for my degree in the late 80s and early 90s is basically what 1 year of a private university costs today. And what that means is parents are having to find ways to pay for college that they weren't expecting to pull out of their savings or retirement. Sometimes it's borrowing, sometimes it's a home equity line, sometimes it's asking grandparents to pay for a year of college. So I recognize, our team recognizes that this is a very stressful part of the process. And one of the best ways to reduce that stress on your part as a parent is to become familiar with what college really costs. It's a broad range, and to understand how the financial aid system works. So within this blog post, there's a link to a much longer video. We call it our financial aid webinar, and it really helps you understand how the financial aid process works in the college process. And I'd love for you to watch that and learn a little bit about what you need to do, and frankly learn some of the myths and realities of how all of this fits together. And the other real honest way to solve this problem is to talk with your child about what college costs and what that cost really means. So you and I understand the difference between $20, $30, $40, $70,000. We understand that because we've had a working life, and we understand how much time it takes to make that money, and how much of it you pay in taxes when you make that much money. But your 17 or 18-year-old probably doesn't have a really deep understanding of the value of that $20, $30, $40,000 difference. So talking with them and helping them understand what your family earns and how much of that gets paid out in mortgage, in taxes, in all sorts of other expenditures that your family has, helping them see the bigger context for what that cost really means is going to help you and them be on the same page as far as what you can afford to pay for college and what you should be paying for college. And you'll see in the webinar that one of the things that we try to do with our clients is help families see what the real cost is, and help them understand what they're comfortable with. And if you are a upper middle class or even a middle class family today, you may or may not qualify for need-based aid. And if you don't qualify for need-based aid, if you really must rely on merit aid, then you may or may not want to tell your child applying to XYZ schools that do not give merit aid is not going to be a good idea for our family. I know that's a hard conversation to have, but it's probably more comfortable than having the conversation with them where you have to say to them, you did everything right, you did what we told you to do, you got into this school, which is a very expensive school, but they don't give merit money, and this choice is better. Because financially they're going to make it easier for our family to pay. So there's some uncomfortable conversations to be had in here, and we try to help you make them a little bit more comfortable, but they have to be conversations. You can't just keep that locked away. So I hope this blog post helps. I hope you'll click on the link to the financial aid webinar. It's a little bit longer. I tried to keep this video short. And as always, if there's something we can do to help you as you are beginning this journey, it's a very, very exciting and rewarding journey. I had someone tell me today that I wasn't quite passionate enough about my job. He was being very sarcastic. We're very, very passionate about our jobs. We love helping families through this process. And if you decide that you need some help with that, we're here for you. Just click on the Contact Us page right above my head, and that'll give you our phone numbers and our email addresses, and feel free to get in touch. So best of luck.